Hey guys, Dave here. So, my friend Josh Beatty, who you guys may know from Royally Addicted on the Herp Nation Network, he called me like 6 years ago and he said, hey Dave, I found this cool ball python in a pet store. You've got to come check it out. I'm calling it the Gypsy gene. And every time I'm in Chicago, it's either to see family or to go to Tinley, and I never have gotten a chance to go over and check it out. Well, 6 years later, I finally get to Josh's place to check out what he's doing with his Gypsy gene, and it blew my mind. The work that Josh is doing with this gene is just downright incredible. So let's go check it out here on Rainbow Mealworms Presents HerpersTV, the Reptile Channel Shorties.
I'm a herper, herper. I'm a herper, I'm a herper, and I like it.
Well, it started with a wild-caught pet shop animal that was actually, okay, she's in shed, but this is another single gene Gypsy. There's no yellow belly or anything like that, but the pattern is still there. You know, it's a lot of chain linking and stuff like that. But the story goes is I got it looked like a weird, and you can kind of see it there, where it almost looks like a cinnamon-esque type of a thing going on. And so I showed it to some buddies and some big-time breeders, and they looked at it and they said, yeah, it kind of looks like a weird cinnamon yellow belly. So I says, all right, I bred it to some normals, and I got one clutch that was 3 eggs. 2 out of the 3 came out looking just like the dad. One of them looked like a weird yellow belly. So I was like, okay, I think there's 2 genes going on. The original dad looked a lot more like this one. This is a daughter from the original Gypsy dad, bred to a ghost. So it's het ghost. But with the het ghost being in there, it got a crazy ringer to it. But as they were growing up and stuff like that, a lot of people were thinking that it was a cinnamon. And I didn't see that. I figured, you know, maybe it's something allelic. All right, so I went and I bought a red exanthic female from Corey Woods, and she is right here. Now this is a red exanthic, which is the super form of het red exanthic. Het red exanthic to a het red exanthic makes a red exanthic, which is what this is. She's also het albino. And this is the super Gypsy. There's nothing else in this. And it's similar to a red exanthic, but a lot more noise. It's busier. I would say it's similar to Lori, that along those lines. I have not put it to cinnamon or black pastel or red exanthic or green pastel or Lori or anything like that. It is what it is. This is part of the Gypsy project. It's a Hidden Gypsy yellow belly Vader ghost, which I call them Hidgy Widgies now. Well, I've hatched out so many, I'm tired of saying Hidden G, Woma Granite, Yellow Belly, Hidgy Widgy. It works for me. I combine it with Blitz this year, which is a project out of California from a lady named Susan Hardy. And I got a female Blitz from her. Oh, and you just shed. Yeah, so you're gonna be real pretty. This is a Gypsy with Blitz. And as soon as I took pictures of them to begin with, everyone's like, oh, that's a cool GHI combo. No, there's no GHI. I haven't put GHI into this stuff yet. But it's real dark and real noisy, and there's no black pastel, there's no cinnamon, no GHI. And you flip this animal over, and that's what Blitz does. That's what Blitz and Gypsy combined do. There's no yellow belly in this one. And then this is one with yellow belly. And it's much oranger, and the belly is clear. See how the belly's white instead of having all the speckles in the middle? And yeah, there's a lot more flaming and stuff like that going on. It's a little bit brighter, but still a really high contrast. A lot of noise in it, a lot of hooks and crazy stuff going down the sides. It's going to be interesting to watch these grow up, or, you know, some of these are available, you know. Kind of stinks is that all 3 of the Gypsy Blitz combos that I made are all boys. This is the Gypsy Yellow Belly Ghost. And that one with the crazy tail ringer is the mother of this. It's That's what I always liked about the ghost stuff too, is that they get prettier with age. I have no idea what this is. You presume that there is lesser in it. According to the breeding, there should be lesser in it. There's black pastel in it. We don't know yet. But see, she's got, I know there's black pastel obviously with the pattern, but she's got like a little bit of pinching in the nose. Mainly in the super forms we see it. But I've seen it in a couple other combos that I've hatched out. But just a really neat looking, really dark animal. I can't imagine what this would be like albino. This is a super pastel, lesser, yellow belly, super pyro. Definitely one of a kind. That is the gold dust. It's a recessive gene. It's absolutely recessive, like clown or like pied, albino. That's the visual form. I bred him to a couple of females, nothing came out visual. The hets are all funky and crazy looking, and like they get crazy tail ringers that make no sense. This is a fire het for gold dust, and they get tail ringers. And like you can see, the brightness of the dad is in this right here at the tail. It changes colors into him, and they're all ringered like that. All right, and this is one from last year that I'm raising up. It's a girl, thank God, and it's a calico het gold dust. As you can see, there's no visual form of the gold dust. It's not codon, but in a lot of these, a lot of the combos and even the single gene animals that have popped out of it, they've got these insane tail ringers. And I mean, sometimes you see that in calico, but not to that extreme. I think this was worth holding on to. There's nothing else in it. I mean, when it hatched, I was like, oh wow, that looks like a calico yellow belly. And I kept looking at every single one of his offspring. I'm like, since there's nothing visual out of any of these, let me pick out the best ones and work with it from there.
So Josh is such an awesome dude, and we've been friends for so long, and we actually got to go tour around Chicago, get some pizza. If you want to check that out, it's on my vlog channel. Link is in the description below. But what about that Gypsy gene? I am looking so forward to what Josh and everybody else working with his gene is going to do with it. That Blitz, that was amazing. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you like this, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you guys next time for more awesome reptile videos right here on Rainbow Mealworms Presents HerpersTV, the Reptile Channel Shorties.